Hi everyone, Mike Moliterno with the Business Journal here, bringing you a quick recap from Governor DeWine's update today. We'll start with the first bit of business, which was the new stay-at-home order, which goes into effect tonight at midnight. That replaces the existing order, which expires. For the most part, the new stay-at-home order is many of the same rules from the previous stay-at-home order. One of the big changes is for retailers in the state. With the new stay-at-home order, retailers now are going to have to determine a fixed number of customers that they are going to allow into their businesses at any one time. DeWine said that those retailers will be responsible for posting that number and enforcing it. So it could be in the event of something like a grocery store. The grocery store will determine this many number of people are allowed to shop in there at any given time, and then perhaps people will have to wait outside. Everyone's going to be kind of doing their own thing a little bit differently, but that's one of the newest changes that's going to be taking effect. He also talked about masks. He said that masks are a good thing. He encouraged Ohioans to wear masks, even makeshift masks that they make themselves. He encouraged Ohioans to wear those out in public to help stop the spread. Then he talked about increasing hospital capacity, which is something that he's been talking a lot about. And again, they want to double the capacity of hospitals in our state. And he announced that about half a dozen sites that are going to provide additional relief for the coming surge. And one of those sites is the Covelli Centre in Youngstown. Those sites were selected and scouted by the Ohio National Guard, and he says that process is continuing, so more sites will be announced in the future. But for now, the only one that was in our area was the Covelli Centre. So at some point in time, they are going to start readying that to house patients to ease some of the burden on the hospitals in the area. As far as personal protective equipment, PPE, DeWine said if we can find it, we are buying it. If we can't buy it, then we're going to make it. He talked about how the state is over-reliant on foreign countries to purchase PPE at this time, and he said that the ramp up that they're doing with manufacturers stepping up to make some of this PPE, he said ultimately he believes that this will make Ohio stronger when we come out of this current coronavirus outbreak. We'll be more self-reliant on manufacturing items like that. He said that so far 1,400 manufacturers have reached out to the state offering to manufacture different PPE and other items such as ventilators and parts of ventilators and things like that. If you are a manufacturer and you think that you could help out in that regard, you can do that by going to repurposingproject.com. Then Governor DeWine addressed what is going on at the Elkton Federal Prison in Columbiana County. At that prison, which again he stressed is a federal prison and is not state-run, at that prison so far 7 inmates have tested positive for the coronavirus and 3 have died. He said that he received several calls over the weekend regarding the situation and that he is sending in the Ohio National Guard on what he calls a medical mission. He says they will be there for 7 to 10 days simply to assist until federal assistance can arrive. He says he's sending in about 26 people. He says he's sending in 26 people. And again, they are just there to provide medical assistance until more federal assistance can arrive. Then we heard a update from Jack Marchbanks, who is the director of the Ohio Department of Transportation, and he talked about all they're doing to make sure that that the supply chain is open, that people who are delivering food and the truckers going in and out of the state can keep bringing those products. He also wanted to mention, though, that anyone coming into Ohio, whether you're coming because you've been out of the state on working and now you're coming back, or maybe you're what he called a snowbird and you've been living down in Florida for a while, wintering down there, and you're coming back. If you are coming into Ohio under those circumstances, you need to quarantine yourself at your home for 14 days. He said this doesn't apply to, again, truckers, people like that. Maybe if you live on the border of, you live in Pennsylvania, you live on the border and you come to a grocery store in Ohio. He says not in those situations, just for people who have been out for a long time and who are now coming back to reside here in the state. Then we heard from Lieutenant Governor Jon Husted, who again talked about the unemployment situation in the state. And he said that right now, if you go to coronavirus.ohio.gov/job search, there are some 29,000 job listings at that website. So that's 29,000 people who are looking for jobs. He encouraged anyone who is out of work, particularly younger people who may need a job, to go to, again, coronavirus.ohio.gov/job search to apply for one of those positions. He also pointed to a map that he said gave himself and Governor DeWine and Dr. Amy Acton a lot of optimism about the future, about Ohio's progress. And this was a map that basically shows how active people across the country have been, how much they've been moving around since the coronavirus started. And the darker red that the area is, the more people have been moving, the more it goes towards white or gray, the less they've been moving. And Ohio was pretty grayish white, as opposed to several other areas in the country, which means that by and large, Ohioans have been obeying the stay-at-home order. They have been not moving around a lot, and he said that bodes very, very well, but we need to keep doing that. That is really a source of optimism for everybody, and that we just need to keep doing that for now. Then we heard from Dr. Amy Acton from the Ohio Department of Health. She gave her update with the statistics, and as of this time, there are 4,450 cases of coronavirus in Ohio. There have been 142 deaths. The coronavirus cases cover 81 counties, and she said that, again, they are seeing hospitalizations. The number of hospitalizations in the patients who have coronavirus is high. That is at 27%, and the percentage of people who are needing to be admitted to the ICU unit is 8%. Now, she again said those numbers are going to skew high because of the limited testing, and because of the limited testing, they're only testing the most severe cases, the most at-risk people. So naturally, that percentage of hospitalization and ICU is going to be much higher. She wanted to stress that 80%, perhaps more than 80% of people who contract the coronavirus stay at home. They have mild symptoms, maybe they have moderate symptoms, but most people, the overwhelming majority of people, are just going to ride this out at home, and that we don't even know she doesn't know the numbers there. That because of the limited testing, we have no idea how many people are doing that. She talked about they're working to obviously get more testing, and that hopefully in the future we will be able to roll out some widespread testing and really get a handle on how many people have the coronavirus or have already had it. She said that they have so far conducted about 48,000 tests in Ohio so far. In fact, if you are looking to get a test, we have a story on our website about QuickMed Urgent Care, which is in Cortland and also in Youngstown. They're going to be doing testing tomorrow, Tuesday at 9 a.m. at Roosevelt Park in Camel. You have to apply. You have to get pre-screened before you go there. If you go to the story on our website, there are links to do all of that. But they are going to be doing drive-through testing at Roosevelt Park in Camel tomorrow. That story is on our website. We also have several updates about the Elkton federal prison. So if you are interested in that story, we also have updates. I would encourage you to go to businessjournaldaily.com to find more about that. And just go to businessjournaldaily.com for the latest coronavirus news. We will have more updates as they come in. Thank you for watching. Thank you, 717 Credit Union, for sponsoring our updates. I'll talk to you soon.
717 Credit Union. business services designed to meet your daily needs. Commercial loans, business deposits, merchant and payroll services. 717 Credit Union. It's knowing you were treated right every time.